Hello, my dear friends. What a beautiful day this is for transformation, for opening our hearts to the abundance that is our birthright. I want you to know that wherever you are right now, whatever financial situation you find yourself in, you are perfect just as you are. There's nothing wrong with you, nothing broken that needs fixing. You are a magnificent being, capable of creating wonderful prosperity in your life. I know that many of you have come here today carrying heavy hearts about money. Perhaps bills are piling up, or you're watching others seem to have what you desire, wondering why abundance feels so elusive. Maybe you've tried everything you can think of, worked harder and longer, yet prosperity still feels just out of reach. I understand this struggle so deeply because I've walked this path myself. And I've witnessed thousands of beautiful souls just like you transform their relationship with money and abundance. Right now, I want you to take a gentle breath with me. Feel your body settling into this moment. You've made the choice to be here, to open yourself to new possibilities, and that choice alone is powerful. It tells the universe that you're ready for change, ready to receive the good that life wants to give you. This is sacred time we're sharing together, time devoted to your healing and your prosperity. Let's create a safe space together, right here, right now. In this space, there's no judgment about your past financial decisions, no shame about where you are today. There's only love, only possibility, only the gentle knowing that everything can change when we're willing to look at our thoughts and beliefs with compassion. You don't have to struggle with money forever. You don't have to live in fear about your financial future. These patterns can shift, and they can shift more easily than you might think. I want you to know that your desire for financial abundance is natural and beautiful. There's nothing selfish or wrong about wanting prosperity. Money is simply energy, a tool that allows us to care for ourselves, our families, and to contribute to the world in meaningful ways. When we have financial freedom, we can be more generous, more creative, more of who we truly are. Your desire for abundance comes from a healthy place within you, the place that knows you deserve good things. As we begin this journey together, I invite you to set an intention, not a desperate wish or a demanding goal, but a gentle, loving intention. Perhaps it's to understand money differently, to feel more peaceful about your finances, or to open your heart to receiving more good. Whatever feels right for you in this moment, let that intention rest softly in your heart. The universe hears you, and your intention is already beginning to create change in ways you may not yet see. The beautiful truth is that abundance is your natural state. You were born to thrive, to prosper, to live a life of ease and joy. Somewhere along the way, perhaps you learned that money is hard to come by, that you have to struggle for every dollar, that there isn't enough to go around. These are learned beliefs, not universal truths. They were passed down through generations, absorbed from well-meaning people who were simply sharing what they believed to be true. But beliefs can change, and when they do, our entire experience of life transforms. So let's spend this time together gently examining what we believe about money and worthiness. Let's discover where these beliefs came from and decide which ones serve us and which ones we're ready to release. You have the power to choose new thoughts, new beliefs, new experiences with abundance. This power has always been within you, waiting for you to recognize it and use it with love. Every person's relationship with money began long before they earned their first dollar. It started in childhood, in the home where we grew up, listening to the conversations our parents had about bills and budgets, watching their faces when money was discussed, feeling the energy in the house when times were tight or when unexpected expenses arose. We absorb these experiences like little sponges, not understanding that we were forming beliefs that would shape our financial reality for decades to come. Think for a moment about the messages you received about money when you were small. Maybe you heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "We can't afford that," or "Rich people are greedy." Perhaps you watched your parents worry, argue, or stress about finances. Maybe there were times of feast and famine, creating a pattern of insecurity around financial stability. Or possibly you grew up with the belief that good people don't care about money, that spirituality and prosperity can't coexist, that wanting financial abundance makes you shallow or materialistic. These early experiences created neural pathways in your brain, automatic responses to money that may not serve your highest good. When someone with deeply ingrained scarcity beliefs encounters financial stress, their body responds as if they're in physical danger. The nervous system activates, stress hormones flood the system, and clear thinking becomes nearly impossible. This biological response, meant to protect us, actually blocks the very flow of abundance we're seeking. Some of us learned that our worth was tied to our productivity, that we only deserved good things if we worked incredibly hard for them. This creates a relationship with money based on struggle and effort rather than flow and receiving. Others learn that money is the root of all evil, creating internal conflict every time abundance appears in their lives. Still others develop the belief that there isn't enough to go around, leading to hoarding behaviors and fear-based financial decisions. These patterns aren't your fault. You were doing the best you could with the understanding you had at the time. Your parents and caregivers were doing the same. They passed on the beliefs they had inherited, the ones that seemed true to them based on their own experiences. There's no blame here, only compassion and understanding. But now, as an adult, you have the beautiful opportunity to examine these inherited beliefs and choose which ones you want to keep and which ones you're ready to transform. The connection between how we feel about ourselves and how money flows in our lives is profound and undeniable. When we believe we're not worthy of good things, the universe responds to that belief. When we feel guilty about having money or afraid of losing it, we create energetic blocks that limit our financial flow. But when we know in our hearts that we deserve abundance, when we can receive prosperity with gratitude and grace, money flows more easily into our experience. This isn't about positive thinking or pretending everything is fine when it isn't. It's about gently healing the wounded places within us that feel undeserving of life's gifts. It's about recognizing that our worth isn't based on our bank account, our job title, or how hard we work. Our worth is inherent, given to us by the source of all life, and it cannot be diminished or taken away. When we truly understand this, when we feel it in our bones, our relationship with money begins to shift. We stop trying to earn our worth through financial achievement. We stop using money to measure our value or compare ourselves to others. Instead, we begin to see money as it truly is, a tool for creating good in our lives and in the world, energy that flows naturally when we're aligned with our true worth. Now let's gently explore the specific beliefs and patterns that may be limiting your financial abundance. These limitations, these blocks, are simply old thoughts that have been repeated so many times they feel like truth. But they're not permanent fixtures in your life. They're clouds passing through the sky of your consciousness, and clouds always move on when the wind shifts. One of the most common blocks to financial abundance is the belief that we don't deserve prosperity. This often sounds like internal voices saying, "Who am I to have money when others are struggling?" Or, "I don't work hard enough to deserve financial success." Or, "Good things don't happen to people like me." These thoughts create an energetic pushing away of abundance, an unconscious rejection of the very thing we say we want. Another powerful block is the fear of having money. This might seem strange, but many people are actually afraid of prosperity. They worry that money will change them, corrupt them, or separate them from the people they love. They might fear the responsibility that comes with wealth, or believe that financial success will bring unwanted attention or expectations. This fear creates internal resistance that blocks the flow of abundance. Guilt is another major obstacle to financial prosperity. Some people feel guilty about wanting money when others have so little. Others carry guilt about past financial mistakes or feel ashamed of their current financial situation. This guilt creates a heavy energy that repels abundance rather than attracting it. Money responds to joy, gratitude, and celebration, not to guilt and shame. The scarcity mindset is perhaps the most pervasive block of all. This is the belief that there isn't enough to go around, that someone else's success diminishes our own opportunities, that we must compete and struggle for our share of a limited pie. This mindset creates stress, anxiety, and fear-based decision-making that actually limits our ability to see and receive opportunities for abundance. Many people also carry the belief that money and spirituality don't mix, that you can't be both prosperous and good-hearted. This creates internal conflict that makes it impossible to fully embrace financial abundance. The truth is that money is neutral energy that amplifies who you already are. If you're a loving, generous person, having money will allow you to be more loving and generous. Your goodness isn't threatened by prosperity. It's enhanced by it. Some of us learn to equate our worth with our bank account, creating a roller coaster of self-esteem that rises and falls with our financial situation. This puts enormous pressure on money to fulfill emotional needs it was never meant to meet. When we seek validation, security, or love through financial achievement, we create an insatiable hunger that can never be satisfied. The need to control every aspect of our financial life can also block abundance. This often comes from fear and past experiences of financial instability. While practical financial planning is important, excessive control and worry create stress that actually pushes opportunities away. There's a delicate balance between taking responsible action and trusting the flow of life to support us. Perfectionism around money is another subtle but powerful block. Some people believe they must have perfect financial habits, never make a mistake, always make the right investment decision. This creates paralysis and prevents them from taking the imperfect action that often leads to abundance. Money flows through experimentation, learning, and gentle course corrections, not through perfect strategies executed flawlessly. As you recognize these patterns in your own life, please be gentle with yourself. Awareness is the first step toward transformation, and you're already taking that step by honestly looking at your beliefs and behaviors around money. These patterns developed as protection mechanisms, ways your psyche learned to keep you safe in an uncertain world. Thank them for trying to protect you, and then gently let them know that you're ready for new patterns that better serve your current life and goals. The beautiful truth is that none of these blocks are permanent. They're simply habits of thought that can be changed with patience, practice, and self-compassion. Every time you notice a limiting belief arising, you have the opportunity to choose a different thought. Every time you catch yourself in a pattern of financial fear or scarcity thinking, you can pause, breathe, and remind yourself of your true worth and the abundant nature of the universe. This process of releasing financial blocks isn't about forcing yourself to think positively when you don't feel positive. It's about gently questioning the thoughts that cause you suffering and being open to new possibilities. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer a dear friend who was struggling with similar challenges. It's about remembering that you are worthy of abundance, not because of what you do or don't do, but simply because you exist. Your body is so wise, so beautifully connected to your thoughts and emotions. When you think anxious thoughts about money, your body responds immediately. Your shoulders might tighten, your breathing might become shallow, your stomach might clench with worry. This physical response isn't separate from your financial experience. It's intimately connected to it. The energy of stress and fear that builds up in your body actually creates a barrier to receiving abundance. When we're constantly worried about money, our nervous system stays in a state of alert, as if we're facing a physical threat. This ancient survival mechanism served our ancestors well when they faced real dangers, but it doesn't serve us in our modern financial lives. When your body is flooded with stress hormones, you can't think clearly about opportunities. You can't be open to receiving unexpected gifts. You can't recognize the abundance that might already be present in your life because your system is focused only on the perceived threat. The beautiful news is that you can learn to shift this physical response. Your body wants to feel safe, relaxed, and open. It wants to breathe deeply and move with ease. When you consciously create this state of physical well-being, you're also creating the energetic conditions for financial abundance to flow into your life. Think about how different you feel when you're relaxed and at peace compared to when you're stressed and worried. When you're relaxed, you're more creative, more intuitive, more likely to notice opportunities and connections. Your mind is clear, your heart is open, and you naturally attract positive experiences. This is the state of being that welcomes abundance, that says yes to prosperity, that allows good things to flow into your life with ease. Your breath is one of the most powerful tools you have for shifting from financial stress to abundance consciousness. When you notice worry creeping in about bills or income or future security, you can return to your breath. Slow, deep breathing signals to your nervous system that you're safe, that there's no immediate threat requiring fight or flight responses. As your body relaxes, your mind clears, and you become available to solutions and opportunities that stress would have made invisible. The tension you carry in your body from financial worry also affects how others perceive and respond to you. When you're stressed about money, that energy is palpable to everyone around you. It might make potential employers hesitant to hire you, clients reluctant to work with you, or friends uncomfortable lending or giving. But when you're relaxed and confident, when your body language speaks of inner peace and self-worth, people are naturally drawn to support and collaborate with you. Your heart center, that beautiful space in the middle of your chest, is particularly important in your relationship with abundance. When your heart is closed from fear or past hurts around money, it creates a physical and energetic barrier to receiving. But when your heart is open, when you can feel genuine gratitude and love, you become a magnet for all forms of abundance. The universe responds to the frequency of an open heart, sending opportunities and resources through the most unexpected channels. Many people don't realize how much their physical posture affects their ability to receive abundance. When you slouch, hang your head, or make yourself small, you're unconsciously communicating unworthiness to the world and to yourself. But when you stand tall, breathe deeply, and occupy your space with gentle confidence, you're embodying prosperity consciousness. Your body becomes a vessel for abundance rather than a barrier to it. The way you move through the world also impacts your financial flow. Rushed, frantic movement creates chaotic energy that repels abundance. But graceful, purposeful movement aligns you with the natural flow of prosperity. When you walk with awareness, sit with presence, and move with intention, you're practicing the art of receiving on a physical level. Your body also holds the wisdom to guide you toward financial abundance. That gut feeling about an investment opportunity, The excitement you feel in your chest when you think about a new venture, the sense of rightness you experience when making a purchase that truly serves you. These are all your body's ways of communicating with you about money and abundance. Learning to trust these physical signals can guide you toward financial decisions that align with your highest good. Sleep is another crucial element in the mind-body connection to abundance. When you're chronically tired from worrying about money, your decision-making abilities suffer. You might miss opportunities, make poor choices, or lack the energy to pursue abundance-creating activities. But when you sleep peacefully, trusting that you're supported and provided for, you wake up refreshed and ready to receive the good that life wants to give you. Creating physical space in your environment also impacts your ability to receive financial abundance. Clutter and chaos in your living space often reflect and reinforce mental clutter and financial chaos. But when you create beautiful, organized spaces that feel abundant and welcoming, you're making room for prosperity to enter your life. Your physical environment becomes a reflection of your abundance consciousness. Now let's explore the beautiful power of affirmations to transform your relationship with money and abundance. Affirmations are not just positive thinking or wishful words spoken into the air. They are powerful tools for rewiring your subconscious mind, for replacing old limiting beliefs with new empowering truths, for aligning your inner world with the abundance you desire to create in your outer world. The key to effective affirmation work is understanding that you're not trying to convince yourself of something that isn't true. You're awakening to truths that have always existed but may have been buried under layers of conditioning and fear. The abundance you seek is not something external that you must struggle to obtain. It's a natural expression of who you are when you remove the blocks that have been hiding your prosperity consciousness. When you say, "I am worthy of financial abundance," you're not creating worthiness where none existed. You're remembering and reclaiming the worthiness that has been yours since the moment you were born. When you affirm, "Money flows to me easily and effortlessly," you're not making a desperate wish. You're aligning with the natural flow of abundance that wants to express through your life when you're not blocking it with fear and limitation. The most powerful affirmations for attracting wealth and abundance are those that address your core beliefs about money and worthiness. "I deserve to prosper" is a fundamental affirmation that challenges the deep-seated belief that you must earn or prove your right to abundance. When you repeat this phrase with feeling and conviction, you're literally rewiring your brain to accept prosperity as your natural state. "Money is my friend" is another transformative affirmation that changes your entire relationship with financial energy. Instead of seeing money as something to be feared, fought, or worried about, you begin to experience it as a loving ally that wants to support your dreams and desires. This shift in perception opens you to receiving money with joy rather than anxiety, with gratitude rather than guilt. "I trust the process of life to provide for me" addresses one of the deepest fears around money, the fear that you'll be left without enough. This affirmation helps you relax into the flow of abundance, trusting that the same intelligence that grows flowers and guides planets is also orchestrating your financial well-being. When you can truly trust this process, you stop trying to control every aspect of your financial life and allow abundance to flow through unexpected channels. "I am open and receptive to all the wealth life offers me" is a powerful affirmation for those who struggle with receiving. Many people are excellent at giving but terrible at accepting gifts, compliments, or support. This affirmation trains your consciousness to welcome abundance in all its forms, from unexpected money to generous offers of help to opportunities that seem too good to be true. The affirmation, "My income is constantly increasing," helps shift your mindset from static thinking to growth consciousness. Instead of believing that your current financial situation is permanent, you begin to expect positive change. This expectation actually helps create the very improvements you're affirming, as your subconscious mind begins to look for and create opportunities for increased income. "I use money wisely and joyfully" addresses the guilt and fear that many people feel about spending money. This affirmation helps you develop a healthy, balanced relationship with money where you can enjoy your prosperity without anxiety or remorse. When you can spend money with wisdom and joy, you're honoring the abundance that flows through your life. For those who struggle with self-worth, the affirmation, "I am valuable and my services are in demand," can be particularly powerful. This statement helps you recognize that you have unique gifts and talents that are valued by others. When you truly believe in your value, you naturally attract opportunities to share your gifts in ways that bring both fulfillment and financial reward. "Abundance flows through me in perfect ways" is a beautiful affirmation that acknowledges your role as a channel for prosperity rather than someone who must hoard or grasp for abundance. This perspective helps you release the need to control how abundance comes to you and allows you to be surprised and delighted by the creative ways the universe provides for your needs and desires. The timing and method of your affirmation practice can significantly impact its effectiveness. The moments just after waking and just before sleep are particularly powerful times for affirmation work because your conscious mind is naturally more relaxed and your subconscious is more receptive to new programming. During these transitional states, your brain waves are in alpha or theta frequencies, which are optimal for creating lasting change in your belief systems. Morning affirmations set the tone for your entire day. When you begin each day by affirming your worthiness of abundance, you're programming your subconscious to look for opportunities and evidence of prosperity throughout the day. You're also creating a positive, energetic vibration that attracts abundance-creating experiences and people into your path. Evening affirmations work on your subconscious mind while you sleep. As you drift off to sleep, repeating affirmations of abundance and worthiness, your subconscious continues processing these positive messages throughout the night. You literally go to sleep with thoughts of prosperity and wake up with these empowering beliefs more deeply embedded in your consciousness. The emotional component of affirmation work cannot be overstated. Simply repeating words without feeling is like trying to plant seeds in concrete. But when you speak your affirmations with genuine emotion, with excitement about the abundance you're creating, with gratitude for the prosperity that's already flowing into your life, you're providing the fertile soil in which your new beliefs can take root and flourish. If you encounter resistance when doing affirmation work, and most people do initially, this is actually a positive sign. The resistance indicates that you're challenging old beliefs that no longer serve you. Instead of abandoning your affirmations when you feel this resistance, gently persist with patience and self-compassion. You might modify your affirmations to feel more believable in the moment, gradually building up to stronger statements as your confidence grows. Some people find it helpful to write their affirmations in addition to speaking them. The act of writing engages different parts of your brain and can help embed the new beliefs more deeply. You might write your abundance affirmations in a beautiful journal, creating a sacred practice that honors your commitment to financial transformation. Speaking your affirmations in front of a mirror can be particularly powerful, though it may feel uncomfortable at first. When you look into your own eyes and declare your worthiness of abundance, you're communicating directly with your inner child, the part of you that may have learned to feel unworthy of good things. This practice can heal deep wounds around self-worth and create profound shifts in your ability to receive abundance. Creating daily practices that support your abundance consciousness is like tending a garden. You plant seeds of prosperity through your thoughts and affirmations, water them with consistent action, and nurture them with patience and faith. These daily practices become the foundation upon which your financial transformation rests, creating steady, sustainable change that builds momentum over time. Your morning routine sets the energetic tone for how abundance flows through your day. When you wake up, before you check your phone or dive into the day's responsibilities, take a few moments to connect with gratitude for the abundance already present in your life. This might be appreciation for your comfortable bed, the roof over your head, the food in your kitchen, or simply the gift of another day to create and experience prosperity. A simple morning abundance ritual might begin with placing your hands on your heart and breathing deeply. Feel the miracle of your beating heart, the life force flowing through your body, the incredible gift of consciousness that allows you to create your reality. From this place of connection to life itself, you can speak your affirmations with genuine feeling and conviction. Consider creating a morning abundance prayer or affirmation that feels authentic to you. This might be something like, "Thank you for this beautiful day and all the opportunities it brings. I am open to receiving abundance in all its forms. I trust that prosperity flows to me easily and naturally. I am worthy of all good things, and I welcome them with an open heart." Speak these words as if you're talking to a dear friend who wants nothing but the best for you, because that's exactly what the universe is. Starting your day with visualization can also be powerful. Take a few minutes to see yourself living the abundant life you desire. Feel the emotions of financial freedom, the peace of knowing your needs are met, the joy of being able to give generously to causes and people you care about. This visualization isn't about creating fantasy scenarios that disconnect you from reality. It's about aligning your energy with the abundance you're creating, making it feel real and achievable in your body and mind. Reading something inspiring about abundance and prosperity can also be part of your morning practice. This might be a chapter from a book that uplifts your thinking about money, a daily meditation on prosperity, or simply rereading affirmations that resonate with your heart. Feeding your mind positive, empowering thoughts about abundance first thing in the morning helps counteract any limiting beliefs that might try to surface throughout the day. Mirror work is one of the most transformative practices you can incorporate into your daily routine. This involves looking into your own eyes in the mirror and speaking directly to yourself with love and encouragement. For abundance work, you might say something like, "I love and approve of myself exactly as I am. I deserve to prosper and thrive. Money flows to me from expected and unexpected sources. I am worthy of all the good life has to offer." The mirror work might feel strange or uncomfortable at first. You might notice critical thoughts arising or feel silly talking to your reflection. This is completely normal and actually indicates that you're doing important work. The discomfort comes from years of conditioning that taught you to be critical of yourself rather than loving and supportive. Persist gently with this practice, and over time you'll notice a profound shift in how you speak to and about yourself. Evening practices are equally important for reinforcing your abundance consciousness. Before you go to sleep, take time to acknowledge the abundance that showed up in your day. This might be money you received, opportunities that presented themselves, kindness from others, or simply moments of joy and peace. Training your mind to look for and appreciate abundance helps you see more of it, creating a positive feedback loop that attracts even more prosperity. A gratitude journal can be a beautiful evening practice. Write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for each day, focusing particularly on any forms of abundance you experienced. This might include finding a parking space easily, receiving a discount at the store, having a meaningful conversation, or feeling healthy and energetic. The key is to recognize abundance in all its forms, not just monetary wealth. You might also spend a few minutes before sleep visualizing your financial goals as already achieved. See yourself checking your bank account and feeling thrilled with the balance. Feel the satisfaction of paying bills easily and having money left over for things you enjoy. Experience the peace of knowing you're financially secure and the joy of being able to help others generously. Fall asleep with these positive images and feelings in your consciousness. Evening affirmations can be particularly powerful because your subconscious mind processes information while you sleep. You might say something like, "I release all worry about money and trust that I am provided for. My income increases daily. I sleep peacefully knowing that abundance is my birthright. I wake up tomorrow ready to receive all the good that life has to offer me." Incorporating movement into your daily practice can also support your abundance consciousness. This doesn't have to be intense exercise. It can be gentle stretching, walking in nature, or dancing to music you love. Physical movement helps energy flow through your body, releasing stuck patterns and creating space for new experiences of abundance. When you move your body with joy and appreciation, you're celebrating the gift of life itself, which is the foundation of all abundance. Taking aligned action is where your inner work meets the outer world, where your abundance consciousness translates into tangible results in your financial life. Aligned action isn't about forcing outcomes or working harder than everyone else. It's about taking steps that feel inspired and natural, that arise from your connection to abundance rather than from desperation or fear. The first step in taking aligned action is learning to distinguish between inspired action and fear-based action. Inspired action feels exciting, energizing, and somehow inevitable. It arises naturally from your abundance consciousness and feels like a natural expression of who you're becoming. Fear-based action, on the other hand, feels forced, urgent, and driven by anxiety about what might happen if you don't act. Creating physical space for abundance is a powerful form of aligned action. This might mean clearing clutter from your home office, organizing your financial documents, or creating a beautiful space where you handle money matters. When your physical environment reflects abundance and organization, you're sending a clear message to the universe that you're ready to receive and manage prosperity responsibly. Taking care of yourself is another crucial form of aligned action. When you invest in your health, your appearance, your education, and your personal growth, you're demonstrating your belief in your own worth and potential. This might mean eating nourishing food, getting regular exercise, taking courses that develop your skills, or seeking therapy to heal old wounds. Every act of self-care is an affirmation of your worthiness of abundance. Being willing to invest in opportunities that align with your goals is also important aligned action. This doesn't mean spending money you don't have or taking foolish risks. It means being open to investing in yourself and your future when opportunities arise that feel right in your body and align with your values. Sometimes the universe sends abundance-creating opportunities that require some investment of time, energy, or money to fully manifest. Building your skills and sharing your gifts is another form of aligned action that creates abundance. When you develop your talents and find ways to share them with the world, you're contributing value that naturally attracts financial reward. This might mean taking classes to improve your professional skills, starting a side business based on your passions, or simply becoming excellent at whatever work you're already doing. Networking and building relationships from a place of genuine care and interest is also aligned action. When you connect with others, not from a place of what they can do for you, but from authentic interest and a desire to contribute, you create a network of mutual support that often leads to abundant opportunities. People want to help those who are generous, kind, and genuinely interested in others' well-being. Being generous with what you have, even when it feels like you don't have much, is a powerful way to align with abundance. This doesn't mean giving away money you need for necessities. It means finding ways to share your gifts generously, your time, attention, skills, or knowledge. When you give from a place of abundance consciousness rather than scarcity, you create a flow of energy that attracts more abundance back to you. Creating space for opportunities means being open to abundance showing up in unexpected ways. This might mean saying yes to invitations that feel aligned, being willing to try new things, or simply staying curious about possibilities that arise. Many people miss opportunities for abundance because they're too focused on how they think prosperity should come to them, missing the creative ways the universe actually wants to provide. The journey toward financial abundance isn't always smooth or linear. There will be times when old patterns resurface, when unexpected expenses arise, when progress feels slow or non-existent. These challenging moments aren't signs that you're doing something wrong or that abundance isn't meant for you. They're simply part of the process, opportunities to deepen your trust in the flow of life and strengthen your abundance consciousness. When financial setbacks occur, your first instinct might be to panic, to abandon your abundance practices, to return to old patterns of worry and scarcity thinking. This is understandable and completely human. But these are precisely the moments when maintaining your abundance consciousness is most important and most transformative. How you respond to financial challenges determines whether they become learning experiences that strengthen you or proof that abundance isn't possible for you. The key is to meet these challenges with as much grace and self-compassion as you can muster. Instead of berating yourself for the setback or seeing it as evidence of your unworthiness, try to view it as information. What can this situation teach you? What growth is it inviting? How can you respond from abundance consciousness rather than scarcity fear? Sometimes financial challenges arise to help you release attachments that are actually blocking greater abundance. Perhaps you've been clinging too tightly to a particular outcome or trying to control how prosperity comes to you. The challenge creates space for you to surrender control and trust the flow of life more deeply. This surrender often leads to abundance flowing through channels you never would have expected or considered. Other times, setbacks occur because old patterns are being cleared from your consciousness. As you grow in your abundance awareness, old beliefs and fears may surface to be healed and released. This can create temporary chaos in your financial life, but it's actually a sign that deep transformation is occurring. Trust the process and continue with your abundance practices, knowing that you're clearing space for greater prosperity. Maintaining your abundance practices during difficult times is crucial. This is when affirmations, gratitude, and self-care become most important. It's easy to be grateful when everything is going well, but finding appreciation during challenging times develops spiritual muscle and unshakable faith in life's abundance. Continue speaking your affirmations. Continue looking for things to appreciate. Continue treating yourself with kindness and respect. Remember that your worth isn't determined by your financial situation. You are not your bank account balance. You are not your credit score. You are not your current income. You are a magnificent spiritual being having a human experience, and your worth is inherent and unchangeable. Financial challenges are temporary situations that will pass, but your essential value remains constant. Learning to find the lessons and gifts in financial difficulties can transform your entire relationship with money. Perhaps a job loss leads you to discover work that's more aligned with your passions. Maybe an unexpected expense forces you to reach out for help, leading to deeper connections with family or friends. Sometimes financial pressure motivates you to develop new skills or pursue opportunities you might have ignored otherwise. It's also important to remember that asking for help when you need it is not a sign of weakness or failure. It's a recognition that we're all interconnected, that giving and receiving are both necessary parts of the abundance flow. When you allow others to help you during difficult times, you're giving them the opportunity to experience the joy of giving. You're also practicing receiving, which is essential for abundance consciousness. Living as your abundant self means embodying prosperity consciousness in every aspect of your life, regardless of your current financial situation. It means carrying yourself with the dignity and confidence of someone who knows they deserve good things. It means making decisions from abundance rather than scarcity, treating yourself and others with generosity and kindness, and maintaining an unshakable faith in life's goodness. This abundant self isn't someone you become only after you've achieved financial success. It's who you are right now, underneath any fears or limitations you may have learned. Your abundant self is your true nature, the part of you that knows you're worthy of all good things simply because you exist. When you live from this place consistently, abundance becomes not something you're trying to achieve, but something you're expressing. Living as your abundant self means taking care of yourself with the same love and attention you would give to someone you cherish deeply. It means buying yourself flowers when you want them, eating nourishing food that makes you feel good, wearing clothes that make you feel confident and attractive. It doesn't require spending money you don't have. It requires honoring yourself as someone worthy of care and attention. It also means speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement. Your abundant self would never criticize or belittle you. Instead, this wise, loving part of you offers gentle guidance, celebrates your successes, and provides comfort during challenging times. When you consistently treat yourself this way, you raise your vibration and attract experiences that match this higher frequency. Sharing your abundance with others is a natural expression of prosperity consciousness. This doesn't necessarily mean giving away money, though that can be part of it when you're genuinely moved to do so. It means sharing your gifts, talents, attention, and love generously. When you give freely from the overflow of your heart, you create a circulation of energy that naturally brings more abundance into your life. The practice of gratitude becomes a way of life when you're living as your abundant self. You notice and appreciate the abundance that's already present in your life. The beauty of nature, the warmth of friendship, the miracle of your own body, the gift of consciousness itself. This constant appreciation creates a magnetic field that attracts more reasons to be grateful. Living as your abundant self also means making peace with money as a force for good in your life and in the world. You recognize that money is simply energy that can be used to create beauty, comfort, and positive change. You neither worship money nor demonize it. You see it as a tool for expressing love and creating value in the world. Your abundant self trusts the process of life completely. This doesn't mean being passive or failing to take appropriate action. It means taking inspired action while surrendering attachment to specific outcomes. It means doing your part and trusting that life will do its part, creating abundance through the perfect coordination of inner alignment and outer opportunity. As we come to the close of our time together, I want you to know how proud I am of you for being here, for being willing to examine your beliefs about money and abundance, for opening your heart to new possibilities. The very fact that you've stayed with me through this journey shows your commitment to creating positive change in your financial life. You are so much more powerful than you may realize. Within you right now exists everything you need to create the abundant life you desire. You have the ability to change your thoughts, to heal old wounds, to align with prosperity consciousness, and to take actions that create financial abundance. These aren't special gifts reserved for a chosen few. They are your birthright as a human being. The transformation of your financial life begins with the transformation of your relationship with yourself. When you truly know your worth, when you treat yourself with love and respect, when you believe in your ability to create good things, the external world begins to reflect this inner abundance. Money flows more easily, opportunities present themselves naturally, and you find yourself supported by life in ways that once seemed impossible. Remember that this is a process, not a destination. There will be days when your abundance consciousness feels strong and unshakable, and days when old fears and limitations seem to return. This is perfectly normal and natural. Be patient with yourself. Be gentle with your growth. Celebrate small improvements and trust that consistent practice will create lasting change. Your abundance practices, your affirmations, your gratitude, your self-care, your aligned actions are investments in your future prosperity. Each time you choose an abundant thought over a scarcity thought, each time you treat yourself with kindness instead of criticism, each time you take action from inspiration rather than fear, you're building momentum toward the financial life you desire. Trust the process, dear friend. Trust your own wisdom. Trust the abundance that is your birthright. The universe wants you to prosper, to thrive, to live a life of ease and joy. You are worthy of all good things, and all good things are seeking you. Open your heart, extend your hands, and prepare to receive the magnificent abundance that is flowing toward you right now. I am prosperity, I am abundance, I am worthy of all good things, and so it is.